I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com, and I got to share something with you that has a lot of effect if you love to read books or if you write books and want to sell them. The world has changed. We're seeing things done in a different way, and I think it's got some ramifications for you and me. This morning, I was at one of the sites I read, drudgereport.com, and I saw something that caught my attention. Thought you would find it interesting. Notice what's happening here. Tom Clancey's got a new book out, and he's got an ad here that's on Drudge Report at the top, and it's going through in an animated form, and you'll see, gee, it's interesting. He's got a new one. Now, this is interesting. Tom Clancey is one of the best-known authors anywhere. He sold about 100 gazillion books, and I think that's an accurate number. He has it, but if you notice, he's still advertising and telling people about it. But what he does is when he advertises it, he's doing it in a unique way. Look what he's got on his website. When you click there, it takes you over to this book trailer, like a movie trailer, a book trailer of his newest book that's out there. Watch this for a minute. Well, I won't spoil the whole thing for you, but you'll want to definitely see some of that on your own. And notice what he's doing, because it is very, very interesting that he is using video to promote the book. And video on the net makes a lot of sense. So those kind of things are out there right now, and we're seeing it. Another thing that I find interesting is what was released yesterday. You might have seen this already at ebooks.google.com. When you bounce over there, this is what you see. The ebook store from Google, Reading Unbound, just use about any device with an internet connection to read over 3 million books. And look at this. You can get the books here. You see the prices that are available for them, about the same as we would see elsewhere at Amazon and Barnes & Noble and other places on the net. However, it's very interesting that this is device independent. You don't have to have a Kindle in order to read that. Like with the Amazon books, you do need the Kindle in order to read that. Or you need Kindle for your iPad, or Kindle for your Mac, Kindle for your PC, etc. And it's their specific software. And I think that that's an interesting way of looking at it. When I buy books on my bookshelf, I don't have to have a separate section for each publisher and each one that's there. No, instead, what I've got is I've got all the books together. Well, now you can read it on your computer. You can read it elsewhere. Like, for instance, let me show you how this works here. I got one just today that I bought called My Bible, William Boyd Carpenter. And when I double-click on that, notice what happens. Here it is. There's the book showing on my laptop computer, and you see I can go through it just clicking on these keys right here, left or right, and I can go forward and I can read it like this. I particularly like it because I can read this doing some photo reading, and it gives me the ability to go through it very rapidly. But I can also read it over here on my iPad. So I put it on my iPad and I checked it here, and I could read it there as well by downloading it in one place, just ordering the book. Really, I didn't even download it. I ordered it. It was in my Google eBooks section, and now I'll have access to all those books. I can read it on my iPad. I can read it on my laptop computer, and if I have the right codes and I've signed in, I could read it on another internet accessible device. So the world is changing quite a bit, and if you love books, well, you'll want to know about that. Here's something that what it means to you and me. I think the message for you and me is pretty clear. We've got to promote and market, like Tom Clancey. He's well known, but he's still using video and other things to get out the message. Device needs to be very flexible. Think device flexibility. Don't be locked into one format to say, well, we're only going to do it on the iPad, or we're only going to do it here for Kindle, or we're only going to do it for this or that format. You'll need a multiple array of formats that you use. And an ebook is going to be vital for all new books. When you come out with your book, don't think in terms of just print. It has to have an ebook presence, something that's going to be out there. You really need to think digital. So it has not just ebook, but also probably an audio and video. So make sure you have multiple digital formats that are available. And also, I encourage you to read more. Get out there and read books. I love reading books like, here I got one here from my library. You see all my books back there. And I like to read these like, I can take the physical hard book and I can sit down and just scan through it reading and enjoying this. Sometimes on a Sunday afternoon, I love just sitting out on my balcony, looking out over the lake and reading the book. It's wonderful to do those kinds of things, and I think there will always be a place for that. I tend to prefer them now on a digital format. I find the digital format gives me more flexibility, and when I'm traveling and moving around, I can carry literally hundreds of books with me, which I do, and I'm able to read those, read magazines, and stay up to date. So in promoting your book, very important, think video. And I'm talking about having video that's available either shot professionally or could be done on your laptop computer with a webcam. Have a webcam built in or get another one and use it that way so you can get the message out. And think social media. Social media is critical because this is how people live today. We're accessing it on our smartphones, on our laptops, and we stay in touch with other people that way. Those two are very important, and of course there's many others, and I'm working with a lot of people now in my coaching program on that, and if I can help you on that, drop me a note at terry@terrybrock.com. So it's a big world today, lots of things happening. I encourage you to look at the digital formats, look at a video that you can use for a video trailer for your book that's coming up. I'm working with clients right now on these things, and it's got some pretty amazing results there. And if I can help you out, drop me a note. Bounce over to www.terrybrock.com. Thanks for joining me, and I wish you lots of continued success.